Welcome back, every pony. I'm getting this recording done early so that I'll have like another video lined up because I was lucky last week getting chances to record, like extra chances. But I totally wasn't wasting time watching Bronies react to the MLPG5 movie again. Uh, so I guess let's just get into this one. Yeah, I already have a video like thought about for like extra I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Like other content. Like it's like a tier list, something like that. Oh man, now I'm obligated to make a tier list video. Okay, let's just get into this one. Chapter 8, Locked Up. Sunny read the manifesto very carefully as she sat there on the floor on her haunches, while Izzy used her magic to manipulate a green tennis ball in the air as she stared at it floating there. Oh, we got the tennis ball, dude. Sorry, that was just a little thing. I love it. I love it so much. Sorry. Around in circles at first, and then she started to move it back and forth, side to side, as Sunny eyed the ancient words with diligence. I'm sorry, I love the tennis ball, dude. That's like the best part of the movie. Like you get like the Boulder Media logo and like the tennis ball. Anyway, sorry, another rabbit hole. Okay. All right. Sunny finally raises her head to speak. Huh? Well, it says here that cutie marks led to special differences between ponies, and that these differences only cause problems. The truth is, we can only actually be happy and have true friendship if we're all equal. Izzy watched the tennis ball floating in the air while she manipulated it with her magic, and she mumbled, "Oh, that's nice." Sunny looks back down at the book before her. Yeah, but here's the weird thing. It never mentions curse marks, and so I guess Augusta just added that part? Izzy smiles while continuing to stare up at the ball floating diagonally now and says, "Oh, like she wanted to get in on it and make some adjustments of her own to the philosophy. Yeah, makes sense," while never taking her eyes off the ball. Sunny stares forward with wide eyes. Wow. Yeah, Izzy, that's probably what happened. Izzy starts to move the ball up and down while her eyes continue to follow it. Right, so all we gotta do is just wait for Scootaloo to get back and she can help us escape. Okay, one more rabbit hole. Izzy is the best G5 pony. No one can prove me wrong, and I can just. Okay, Betty Starlight did a great job with her writing of like detailing everything, and I can just imagine this scene in my head with like Izzy just watching the ball and just like watching like her eyes go up and down. It's like, anyway, that was the last one, I promise. All right. Sunny nods. Well, right. She knows where our room is, and she'll eventually wonder why we never came out. Good thinking, Izzy. How exactly can she help us escape? Izzy throws her forehooves up to her sides while moving the ball in a vertical circle. I have no idea. And then lowering them back to her sides, all while continuing to stare at the tennis ball. Sunny narrows her eyes and groans. Ugh, this is so frustrating. If only we had some way of talking to other ponies outside of this room. Izzy starts moving the ball in horizontal circles and spinning it as fast as her magic can make it so it forms a shaped blur of sorts in the air. Yeah, like an intercom system so our Dark Master can talk to her new recruits and see how they're doing. Izzy, uh, Izzy nods her head and continues. Right, and whenever it's not being used for communication, it could play funky brainwashing recordings and stuff like that. Sunny snaps the unicorn back to reality. Izzy, don't give them any ideas. Suddenly, there's a knock on the door. When it opens to reveal a smiling orange earthmare with freckles and a reddish mane and tail, with two burly earth stallions on either side. The one to the left is green with a black mane, and the one to the right is red with a tan mane. She cheerfully raises her chin to speak. Hello, you two. Sorry for locking you in like that, but we need to be safe and protect you. Izzy starts to slow the ball down and she begins to move it in a more vertical circle, and smiles as she exclaims, Oh, thank you so much for protecting us, Mayor. Sunny is now gazing, her head turned right, with her wide green eyes, as she inquisitively asks, Protect us? Protect us from what? Why, the evil pony, of course. Sunny frowns. Evil pony? Augusta nods her head. Mm-hmm. I read about him in another ancient manuscript. His name used to be Stygius before his hatred overtook him and then he became a pony of shadows. We just call him the evil pony and know not to be out during certain times. I apologize if I mispronounced that name. Stygius? Oh, it is probably Stygius. I'm sorry. Uh, Forget I said that. Okay. I'm not editing that out this time. What happens during those times? The evil pony will lurk our very city streets, hunting for prey to transform into a pony of shadows like him. Izzy quickly floats her ball down to the floor and turns her head left at the mayor and frowns. Oh, well, that would. Oh, well, what would be so bad about that? Sunny widens her eyes as she turns her head slightly to the right towards the unicorn. Izzy! Izzy blinks. No, I mean, just think about it. You'd get to be a pony of shadows and could probably do neat stuff like go through walls, invade ponies' dreams, and shapeshift. I'm not sure how that would be bad exactly. Augusta frowns at the unicorn. Well, I can assure you that it wouldn't be very bad. Wow, that it would be very bad. She smiles again. Now we'll just lock you back up here to keep you safe. We wouldn't want him to catch you. The door abruptly shuts after she raises her right hoof to the edge, and both ponies soon hear the telltale click of the lock from the outside. Izzy sighs and says, I'm so glad she's protecting us. Sunny lowly says, You know there's no evil pony, right? Izzy giggles slightly. Well, duh. He only comes out every 666th moon to feast upon the flesh of the living, but not a moment sooner. Sunny widens her eyes. What? What? Sunny lowers her brow. Izzy, stop it. We need a plan to get out of here. Izzy turns her face forward towards her side of the room when she says, Scoots, she's gone. You can come out now. Scootaloo suddenly materializes right in front of Sunny, startling the young alicorn, and causing her to jolt back and knocking Izzy forward somewhat as the unicorn giggles. She widens her eyes and says to the orange mare while smiling, Hiya, Sunny. There are freedom fighters in the next building. You're gonna be okay. Sunny narrows her eyes and mutters to herself, One more. Just one more surprise day, and oh, they'll be sorry. Scootaloo leans forward as she asks inquisitively, what was that, Sunny? Sunny looks up at Scootaloo. Nothing. Anyway, what's this about freedom fighters? Scootaloo nods her head. Right. Izzy? Izzy remains silent and motionless as she stares at the wall in a sort of trance. Scootaloo repeats herself. Izzy! Izzy says robotically, There's a loose slat on that wall over there. Inside is something that will help us escape. Scootaloo stands there on her hooves, wide-eyed and stunned. How did you know? Izzy smiles. Well, if you look at the gaps between the wooden slats, they're all spaced the same difference apart. Except, she points at one slat with her right forefoot. That one right there. She frowns. The only real problem is we need something to wedge it apart, so the slat moves out of our way. I scrolled the wrong way. Sunny stares ahead blankly, like the door stopper that's sitting on the far corner from me. Izzy normalizes her mouth while continuing to speak mechanically. Yeah, that would probably work. We should at least give that a shot, I would think. Well, right, so we're going to give that a try? Izzy nods her head. Indeed, we're going to try to push the slat off the wall using the door stopper. Right, Sunny nods. So you'll do it? Izzy blinks. Well, you also have magic, Miss Alicorn. I mean, you could try if you want. Sunny then gives a small smile of frustration as she calmly says, Izzy, would you please try to use the door stopper to force the slat off the wall so we can see what's inside? Izzy widens her eyes. Oh, well, why didn't you just say so? Before getting to her hooves and turning her body right to turn her head further that way and force the dark gray wedge shaped door stopper there to glow blue and float across the room, right to the left of Izzy. Izzy turns her body left to stare at the wall. There, and she squints her eyes as she forces the door stopper to go end first on its side, into the slightly wider crack between the two slats. And then she starts moving the glowing door stopper left and right to see if either slat will move. Soon, the slat to the left starts to give way and open out before falling to the floor with a loud clack. Izzy looks up at her handiwork. Got it. Sunny is staring at the open hole from behind Izzy when she says, Well, what's in there? Izzy stares wide eyed. I don't know. I can't really see from this distance. Let me walk to it and find out. Before trotting that direction as her fluffy mane moves back and forth with her body. She leans her face closer to the hole and sees the other building across the street from the house, when suddenly a familiar violet eye stares back at her while the owner says calmly to her, This is Snow. Remember how we met the other day? Izzy widens her eyes. Oh, hi, Snow. I always wanted to know, why aren't you named Snowy? The purple eye enlarges itself. What? Izzy raises her head. Well, I was thinking about it, and your sister's names are Cloudy, Stormy, and Rainy. Why doesn't your name also end with a Y? And also, shouldn't there be another weather sister named Sunny? I'm Sunny, says the orange alicorn behind her as she ruffles her wings. And who are you talking to? Izzy turns her head to the right to talk to Sunny as she smiles. Oh, it's Snow from the Weather Sisters. She's about to blast open the wall of this house, and we really need to stand on the other side of the room now so we don't get hurt. The purple eye is super wide as the voice from outside asks, How did you know? Izzy stares back. Simple, so. Bleh. Simple, Snow-sama. You see, if you intended to rescue us covertly, there would be no reason to speak with us first. However, since you're talking to me now, that must mean you need to tell us something. Now, since you're revolutionaries, that would imply that you need to make a statement or a point. She smiles. You gotta admit, explosives would be a very loud and expressive way to do that. The purple eye moves left and right as Snow shakes her head outside. Right. Well, listen, Izzy. I'm going to set the timer for 2 minutes. You and Sonny need to be on the other side of the room, with your ears down to your heads and your eyes closed, so you don't get hurt when the bomb goes off. After it blasts, you two need to hightail it east to our campsite in the forest that way. We have a lookout to signal you out there. Alrighty, so if you just run that way, she'll see you coming. She narrows her eyes. We have plans, but we need you two to pull it off. Izzy nods. Of course. Otherwise, you'd have no reason to come rescue us. Sunny is now standing to the right of Scootaloo near the opposite wall with her body turned Izzy's direction as she says, Izzy, we need to talk about you breaking the fourth wall later, but right now, you need to be on this side of the room. Izzy widens her eyes. Oh, right, there's a big bomb on this end, before turning her body and trotting over next to Sunny while playfully giggling to herself. They both hear Snow on the other side of the wall. Okay, 2 minutes, girls. Close your ears and your eyes so you don't get hurt. Then run as fast as you can to the east. Izzy exclaims, Right, as Sunny already cowers low to the other direction with her wings covering up her back and her ears closed on her head, while Scootaloo simply disappears through the wall there. Izzy crouches next to Sunny and brings her own ears in and closes her eyes while happily singing, Waiting for the bomb to go off. Not much longer now. It's gonna make a big boom. We need to start running after the big kapow. Sunny can only crouch there with her eyes closed as she tries not to giggle at the absurd lyrics she can barely hear through her overlapped ears. Suddenly, both ponies begin to hear a louder and more reverberating tick, tick, tick noise while they wait for what will happen next. All right, this time the recording didn't cut off. that kind of happened last time. That was mean. Uh yeah, but I guess that's it for chapter 8. We only have 4 more chapters. So, yay. That's sad. This story's really good and it's almost done. But that's all right because we have plenty more by Betty Starlight we still need to read for this entire story to like come together into a big thing. So, well, I say this entire story. This story would probably be fine as a standalone story, but I'm gonna read. So, there's 2 other stories that I want to read by her, and then they all come together in like one giant finale. Hang on, I'm curious now. I really want to check to see um if it's done yet. Okay, the finale isn't quite done yet, but that's okay because given my horrible upload schedule, it probably will be done by the time I finally get around to reading it. But anyway, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this video, and I hope you guys will like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Make sure to ring the bell so that when a new chapter comes out, you guys can watch it as soon as it comes out. And trying to think, yeah, I think that's it. I'm not quite sure. I always forget something, but you can yeah, you can listen to the outro song. I think I put an outro song. I usually do. I'm tired today. And I'm actually recording 2 videos today, so you'll probably get the same kind of treatment in the next video. But bye, guys. Have fun. Be good to everyone.